welcome to another episode of Untold Legends, where we explore the stories found within the worlds of video games, movies, comic books, and anything in between. Last time in the Mortal Kombat lore series, I covered one of the most traitorous, untrustworthy combatants, the evil sorcerer Shang Tsung. I covered his development and origins, his time being the grand champion of Mortal Kombat, his multiple embarrassing defeats at the hands of Liu Kang, and his constant plots to take power for himself and turn against his own allies. Today, I'll be covering the other half of the Deadly Alliance, Quan Chi. Another evil sorcerer every bit as treacherous as Shang Tsung, and quite possibly even more manipulative. A demon hailing from the Netherrealm that worships a fallen elder god, obsessed with filling the ranks of his servants with mindless slaves.
Do not seek to beguile me.
Your brother succumbed easily.
I am not my brother.
Round one, fight! Quan Chi wins.
Before we begin, allow me to introduce today's sponsor, my Patreon. If you'd like to support the channel and allow me to continue creating content like this throughout all the timelines, you can become a patron for as little as $1 a month. Link in the description below, or you can head over to patreon.com/GamerThumbTV. And a quick shout out to my current patrons and channel members. Thank you, fellow Earthrealmers. Quan Chi is a character that came in a bit later in the series, missing out on the initial classic trilogy of games, but when he was created, he was heavily marketed as one of the new big bats of the series. By the end of the Mortal Kombat 3 and Trilogy era, Shao Kahn was defeated, and Shang Tsung had been defeated in multiple battles. It was time for Mortal Kombat to have a new sorcerer, and Quan Chi was meant to fill the void that Shang Tsung left behind, first becoming playable in Mortal Kombat 4. I remember seeing that pale face slapped on everything at the time, with his black armor and shoulder spikes, even on the side of the Mortal Kombat 4 arcade cabinet. Portrayed by Richard DeVizio, the same actor that portrayed Kano in the original Mortal Kombat, and many other characters. I actually remember receiving a promotional VHS tape that had a bunch of game previews on it, and being so excited seeing this new character in Mortal Kombat 4, the first 3D entry in the series. At the time, the game looked mind-blowing, but Quan Chi's first appearance wasn't even in video game form. He first popped up in 1996, a year before the release of the Sub-Zero game, in Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm, the animated series, in only one episode titled The Secret of Quan Chi. In the episode, he travels to Reptile's realm of Zatera, and he's trying to steal a red crystal called the Gem of Tetsuri. He also had an appearance in 4 of the 22 episodes of the Mortal Kombat Conquest live-action series, fighting the original Kung Lao. And I have no idea why, but I would like to point out how both of these versions of Quan Chi have the most bizarre, ear-piercing screams. But Mortal Kombat Conquest wasn't Quan Chi's only live-action appearance. He also appeared in the Mortal Kombat Legacy web series, posing as Sub-Zero, as Scorpion's family and clan are massacred, something lifted right from the video game universe. And to my shock, something I had no idea until I started creating this video. Quan Chi was also in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the live-action movie. He was set to appear at the end, standing next to Shinnok in the Netherrealm after he was banished away. Yes, that's Shinnok, and he looks nothing like he does in the video game version. Shinnok would have been shown hanging out in the Netherrealm, and he would have said, "Together, Quan Chi, we will be unstoppable." The scene was actually filmed and everything. Quan Chi was portrayed by an uncredited extra from Thailand who didn't even speak English. The producers weren't able to get the footage added to the final print of the movie in time, so the entire scene was just dropped. But Quan Chi still appears to this day on the packaging for the Russian, Chinese, and Italian DVD releases. It's kind of a shame because yes, Annihilation is a terribly made, low-quality movie, but Quan Chi actually looked pretty great. He's got the armor, he's got the makeup, he's got the shoulder spikes. He looks just like the character. He looks really good. Since his initial appearances, Quan Chi has become a staple of the franchise, even integrated into the original storyline via the rebooted timeline of Mortal Kombat 9. And for one of the most powerful magic users in the series, he oddly has some very random fatalities, like ripping off someone's leg and then beating them down with it violently, and whatever this is.
Quan Chi wins. Fatality.
Although he's also an evil sorcerer, Quan Chi is quite different from Shang Tsung. While Shang Tsung hailed from Earthrealm and betrayed it long ago, Quan Chi began life as a demon from the Netherrealm, a realm in the Mortal Kombat universe filled with the souls of those who committed vile acts in life. Only those who were tainted by evil in their souls could enter the Netherrealm naturally, and it was also home to many native species of monsters, demons, specters, and Oni. Quan Chi rose from being a simple demon to becoming a powerful practitioner of dark magic and close ally of the Elder God of Death Shinnok. Eons before the original Mortal Kombat, Shinnok turned against the other Elder Gods and was banished to the Netherrealm after beginning a destructive war. After his banishment, Shinnok was tortured by the ruler of the Netherrealm, a mysterious figure known as Lucifer. Quan Chi traveled the realm searching for more power and discovered Lucifer torturing Shinnok. Believing that saving an Elder God would end in a reward, Quan Chi helped Shinnok fight back against Lucifer, and together they overthrew him. Shinnok became the new ruler of the Netherrealm, and he granted Quan Chi an immense amount of dark power in return. Together, Quan Chi and Shinnok created the Netherrealm-based cult, the Brotherhood of Shadow, and used it to recruit fanatics that worship Shinnok as their god. The Brotherhood of Shadow's main goal was to find a way to release Shinnok from the Netherrealm and spread their brand of darkness throughout all the realms. Before being banished, Shinnok's source of power, his amulet, was taken by the gods and hidden where he would hopefully never find it. When Goro defeated the Great Kung Lao and Shang Tsung stole his soul, he learned the location of Shinnok's amulet and traded the information with fellow evil sorcerer Quan Chi. Shinnok's amulet was the tool needed to release the Elder God of Death from his underworld prison. During the events of Mortal Kombat Mythology's Sub-Zero, using the information gained from Shang Tsung, Quan Chi discovered the location of the Map of Elements, an ancient map created by a Shaolin monk, showing the location of the Temple of Elements in Earthrealm. The structure where Shinnok's amulet was hidden away, but Quan Chi couldn't retrieve the amulet on his own. It was protected by 4 elemental guardians and a mystical seal, which kept any practitioners of dark magic from getting near it. The only way to get the amulet was to convince someone to defeat the 4 guardians and deliver it to him. But first he needed the map that was being kept in a Shaolin temple and protected by monks. To retrieve it, he hired the Lin Kuei clan of thieves and assassins, and the Grand Master of the clan sent in one of their most skilled members, Bi-Han, codenamed Sub-Zero. But unknown to Sub-Zero, Quan Chi also hired Hanzo Hasashi of the Shirai Ryu clan, codenamed Scorpion. The two clans had a history of being bitter rivals, and both Sub-Zero and Scorpion were racing through the Shaolin Temple to collect the map, all events that Quan Chi purposely set in motion to benefit from later. Both warriors reached the map, and a battle to the death became unavoidable. Scorpion had been killed, and Sub-Zero rushed back to the Grand Master. When he returned successfully, the Grand Master revealed what happened while he was away. The Lin Kuei had made a deal with Quan Chi. If Sub-Zero agreed to retrieve the map, Quan Chi would decimate the Shirai Ryu completely.
Lin Kuei warrior.
Greetings! I see the ninja has been successful in retrieving my map, as I have foreseen.
Let's get something straight. I am not a ninja. I am Lin Kuei. Scorpion was a ninja.
Ah, yes, your Japanese counterpart. How unfortunate that you happened upon him in your battle with those pesky Shaolin monks.
Scorpion was tipped off. He knew I was breaking into that temple, and if he wasn't there, there wouldn't have been a battle. You are responsible for this, sorcerer.
Well, I've also retained Scorpion's services. In case you failed, I needed some assurance.
Your peace of mind almost cost me this mission.
Enough! Quan Chi, tell me, what about our payment?
Oh yes, I almost forgot. The bones of your arch nemesis, and leader of Scorpion's ninja clan.
Our ancient foes, vanquished in one transaction.
And I've personally made certain that every last remnant of their clan has been eliminated. Forever.
You see, Sub-Zero, you can trust a sorcerer sometimes. Now, you will use this map on your next mission. Quan Chi has once again retained your services.
This map you stole. It shows the way to a temple which predates man's recorded history on Earth. For thousands of years, the Temple of Elements has been hidden in what is now known as the Himalayan Mountains of Nepal. This map is the only evidence of its existence.
Fine. I get to the temple, and then what? What's inside?
A small amulet. Worthless to you, but let's just say it has great sentimental value to me.
If it is so precious, why don't you get it yourself?
I cannot enter the temple until the 4 elements within its walls have been defeated. And I am not on the best of terms with the gods of your realm.
Sub-Zero left on his new task, to collect Shinnok's amulet from the Temple of Elements, a relic that Quan Chi claimed was simply a sentimental heirloom for him. Although Quan Chi had successfully destroyed the Shirai Ryu, he was playing both sides. While he slaughtered them, he disguised himself as Sub-Zero, and he personally murdered Scorpion's family. The spirit of Hanzo Hasashi descended to the Netherrealm, and he was trying to piece together what happened to him. Quan Chi was a master of lies, and he appeared to Hanzo, showing him images of his clan being murdered by Sub-Zero, and his own head being displayed to his frozen wife and child. Hanzo's soul was filled with anguish and rage, and it took the form of the undead specter Scorpion, a tool for Quan Chi to mold and use as his own. Back in Earthrealm, Sub-Zero successfully defeated all 4 guardians and discovered the amulet. With the power of the gods no longer protecting it, Quan Chi stepped in and grabbed his prize.
The amulet! I have Shinnok's amulet!
Whose amulet?
He is my deity, ruler of the Netherrealm, and soon destroyer of your Earthrealm.
What are you talking about?
This amulet, it is the key to Shinnok's power as an elder god. When returned to him, he will regain his powers and be freed from the confines of the Netherrealm.
I thought Shao Kahn was the...
Shao Kahn is nothing but a peasant ruler of a long-dead realm. Shinnok is the destroyer of all realms, including Khan's outworld.
Destroyer of all realms? You are insane. That amulet isn't worth the bronze it's molded from.
Believe what you will, Sub-Zero. Goodbye, Ninja.
Quan Chi rushed back to the Netherrealm to deliver the amulet to his master, but the sorcerer sought to increase his own power. He created an exact duplicate of the amulet and delivered it to Shinnok, while keeping the authentic one for himself. Raiden was furious that Sub-Zero put Earthrealm at risk by falling for Quan Chi's lies, and ordered him to go to the Netherrealm to take it back. Sub-Zero agreed and followed Quan Chi's trail to the Netherrealm Prison of Souls. Sub-Zero fought his way through and was captured. While he hid away safely in Shinnok's fortress, Quan Chi made sure that Sub-Zero would face his newest creation. Sub-Zero tried avoiding the battle and proclaimed his innocence in the death of Scorpion's family and clan, but Scorpion had already been tainted by Quan Chi's deception. He held Scorpion at bay, and 3 demons, Serena, Kia, and Jataka, assassins for the Brotherhood of Shadow, watched his progress and reported back to their master Quan Chi.
Well, he's definitely immortal. His soul is still contained inside his body.
A mortal can't exist here with his soul intact.
Unless Shinnok allowed it to be. I'll inform Quan Chi. The 2 of you continue to track him. Sir, a mortal has escaped from the prison of souls. He is headed towards the Sea of Immortality.
Immortal?
Yes, a mortal, with the ability to freeze.
Alert the keepers and send a full garrison to intercept. Make sure that he does not cross the breach.
The keepers? But he's just immortal.
Do not question me, Serena. And more importantly, do not fail me. We have toyed with the ninja long enough.
Inside Shinnok's fortress, Sub-Zero confronted all 3 of Quan Chi's assassins and defeated them. He showed compassion to Serena and spared her life, something that she would never expect a human to do for a demon. With all 3 assassins out of the way, Sub-Zero confronted Quan Chi.
Welcome to my home, Sub-Zero. If you're still looking for the amulet, you can find it at the pyramid's apex, around Shinnok's neck. You've arrived a little late.
I was busy.
Don't you realize why Raiden sent you? The Netherrealm is a place for evil beings. You cannot exist here unless you were tainted with evil. You belong here. Join my brothers of the shadow and worship our Lord Shinnok.
Never, sorcerer!
Then, so it shall be, ninja.
Serena betrayed Quan Chi, and the sorcerer was defeated, cast back into the depths of the Netherrealm. Shinnok attacked her, and Sub-Zero was forced to face the Elder God of Death. But Shinnok wore the fake amulet that Quan Chi gave him, allowing Sub-Zero to defeat him and escape back to Earthrealm. The fake amulet was placed back in the temple, a copy so authentic looking that even Raiden fell for the forgery. Prior to the original Mortal Kombat tournament, Sub-Zero was invited by Shang Tsung to participate, and Quan Chi informed Scorpion that Sub-Zero would be there. Scorpion confronted the supposed murderer of his family and took his vengeance, exactly as Quan Chi had planned.
Scorpion wins.
With Sub-Zero's death, Quan Chi gained another tool. He stripped Sub-Zero's soul of every bit of compassion and emotion, everything that made him human. He recreated him and filled him with darkness in an evil new form, the form of Noob Saibot. The old Sub-Zero was now a tool he would use as a spy for the Brotherhood of Shadow. Over the years, Quan Chi watched events unfold throughout the realms as the Mortal Kombat tournaments progressed, and waited for the opportunity to release Shinnok from his prison. Shao Kahn was one of the most powerful warriors throughout all the realms, and Quan Chi needed him out of the way for Shinnok to take over. Shao Kahn would surely refuse to hand over the throne of Outworld willingly. Once Liu Kang defeated Shao Kahn during the events of Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 and Trilogy, Kahn was sent back into Outworld, battered and weakened. It was time to act. During this time, Queen Sindel, Kitana's mother, was returned to normal and no longer under the influence of Shao Kahn's evil, and she ruled peacefully over the realm of Edenia alongside her daughter Kitana. Quan Chi enlisted the help of an Edenian trader and secret worshipper of Shinnok, Tanya, the daughter of an Edenian ambassador to other realms. Tanya invited a group of refugees fleeing their worlds for the safety of Edenia, and introduced them to Sindel. Secretly, Quan Chi was posing as one of the refugees and presented a gift to Sindel, a gift that kept her mesmerized and knocked her out. Thanks to the actions of Tanya, Shinnok was able to enter the realm. The orb Quan Chi gave Sindel became a portal that opened, with the Netherrealm on the other side, and Shinnok was able to come through with his forces. But Edenia was only Shinnok's entry point into the other realms. From there, Shinnok attacked the Elder Gods and began an assault on all the realms with his demon army. Back in Earthrealm, its warriors learned that Shinnok had escaped, and Sonya Blade was able to create a portal that led to Edenia. And Quan Chi welcomed the combatants, humans he deemed no threat to himself or his master. During the events of Mortal Kombat 4 and Gold, Quan Chi fought for Shinnok against Raiden's warriors. He also discovered that the original Sub-Zero's younger brother, who had taken up his mantle, was present. He lied once again and told Scorpion that while the other Sub-Zero had destroyed his clan, the younger one was the one that murdered his family, reigniting the undead Wraith's rage and sending him after Sub-Zero. In his non-canon Mortal Kombat 4 and Gold ending, Quan Chi confronted Shinnok and revealed that he had delivered a fake amulet long ago.
As payment for your loyal services, Quan Chi, I grant you the gift of your existence.
My existence?
Understand, sorcerer. I consume all energies, including the life forces of all that live, but I shall spare you.
If it weren't for me, you would still be a tortured soul, rotting in the pits of the Netherrealm.
You dare question me?
I do more than question you, Shinnok. I challenge you.
Then you shall die. What?
Your powers are useless against me.
How can this be?
I am in possession of your once sacred amulet. Years ago, I delivered to you an exact duplicate, while I retained the original. I even fooled Raiden. Now I am ruler supreme. And you, Elder God, are finished!
In the canon version of events, Shinnok was defeated by Liu Kang and sent back into his Netherrealm prison, and Quan Chi manufactured another confrontation between Scorpion and Sub-Zero where the truth was revealed.
By defeating you, Sub-Zero, I have avenged the death of my family and clan. Now my soul can finally rest.
Your soul will never rest, Scorpion. The Lin Kuei may have been responsible for your murder, but your family's true killer still remains free.
If you are not the murderer, then who is?
I am the one you seek. To defeat my nemesis Sub-Zero, I needed the power of a Spectre. You've done my bidding well, Scorpion. But now I must return you to the Netherrealm.
Scorpion was now armed with the truth behind the death of his family, and dragged Quan Chi into the Netherrealm in an area where the sorcerer's powers were muted. He tortured Quan Chi relentlessly, and Scorpion would regularly engage him in games of cat and mouse, and watch as Quan Chi ran away in fear. While escaping Scorpion, Quan Chi met two Oni that resided in the Netherrealm, Draman and Moloch. He promised them he would bring them out of the Netherrealm with him once he escaped, if they protected him from Scorpion. Draman and Moloch held Scorpion back and allowed Quan Chi a chance to find a portal leading out of the realm, but Quan Chi jumped through and left them behind, breaking his promise. Draman and Moloch hated Quan Chi after this, and wished nothing more than to bring him down to torture him. The portal led Quan Chi to a discovery: the dormant army of Onaga the Dragon King, the original ruler of Outworld. If he could revive them, he could use them to take over the realms and establish himself as supreme ruler. But he needed to transplant the souls of warriors in their bodies to awaken them, a skill that Shang Tsung had. Quan Chi reached out to Shang Tsung and promised an endless supply of souls if Shang Tsung helped him. The two sorcerers agreed and formed a deadly alliance. Shang Tsung immediately began his work, and the Dragon King's army was being revived. And they also had to remove the two threats to their power. The first target was Shao Kahn, still alive and weakened in Outworld, but Shao Kahn had anticipated a betrayal from Shang Tsung and replaced himself with a copy, a weak clone, and he went into hiding while reconsolidating his power. And the second threat was Liu Kang. Shang Tsung disguised himself as Kung Lao to get close, and Quan Chi assisted him.
With Quan Chi's assistance, he achieved this goal. Liu Kang is dead.
With Liu Kang and Shao Kahn removed from the equation, Quan Chi and Shang Tsung formed allegiances with Kano and his troops, Movado and his Red Dragon clan with the promise of giving him access to Kano in exchange for the life of Kenshi, and they forced Li Mei's village to construct a palace for them, where the portal to Endless Souls was constructed. Raiden was well aware of the Deadly Alliance's plot, and gathered his own forces to travel into Outworld and fight them, but the might of both sorcerers combined was too much. Only Raiden remained to stand against them. In his non-canon Deadly Alliance ending, Quan Chi had no need for Shang Tsung, and unintentionally caused the return of Liu Kang.
The Deadly Alliance was successful in reviving the mummified remains of the Dragon King's undefeatable army. It would appear that nothing could stand in the way of Shang Tsung and Quan Chi as they began their domination of the realms. Unfortunately for Shang Tsung, however, Quan Chi had no further need for the partnership. Once Shang Tsung had finally revived the last of the mummified warriors, Quan Chi closed the portal to the heavens and effectively shut off Shang Tsung's endless supply of souls. Quan Chi then instructed Kano to assassinate Shang Tsung in a surprise weapon attack. With their captor cut wide open, the thousands of souls Shang Tsung had consumed in the past spewed forth and swirled around the room. Quan Chi came to the realization that if Kano could so easily turn on Shang Tsung, he could also turn on Quan Chi himself. Quan Chi used his sorcery to drain the life from Kano and left his body where it fell. Immediately, one of the lingering souls shot into Kano's body. To Quan Chi's surprise, the man standing before him was no longer the black dragon thug known as Kano. Kano's body now contained the soul of the Shaolin monk, Liu Kang.
In the canon version of events, the Deadly Alliance defeated Raiden and turned on each other, as both of them expected would happen. But they found themselves powerless to stop Onaga. The Dragon King was resurrected and began his quest to take back his power, and Quan Chi was forced to work alongside his enemies in a desperate attempt for survival.
Onaga, former Emperor of Outworld, the Dragon King. The prophecy had been fulfilled. The Dragon King had indeed returned to Outworld to reclaim his army and impose his dominance. Death awaited all who stood in his way. And so it was that a new alliance was formed out of desperation. Sworn enemies joined forces to combat a greater threat. There was only one chance left.
The explosion destroyed the entire area, and Quan Chi had vanished. Just before the explosion, he escaped into a portal and survived to scheme another day. Eventually, Onaga was defeated by the warrior that accidentally released him, Shijinko, and the fate of all reality would soon be threatened. Constant combat was tearing the binds that held the realms together, and Armageddon was approaching. The entire universe would come undone. The elemental Blaze held the ultimate godlike power to alter reality, and any combatant that defeated Blaze could claim it. The half-god Taven, a man predestined to fight Blaze and save the realms, awakened, and began a quest to find the monster. During his travels, he found the Red Dragon clan his brother Dagon formed. The Red Dragons were experimenting with dragon DNA, and created human-dragon hybrid warriors, knowledge that Quan Chi was interested in for future use.
Quan Chi, I have done as you commanded.
Then give me what you have found.
I couldn't risk detection. I didn't carry the records with me. They're all up here. What?
Kill him!
At some point, Quan Chi had revived his previous assassins and placed Serena back under his influence. Taven successfully defeated them, sparing Serena just like Sub-Zero had, and continued his journey, only to encounter Quan Chi again. The sorcerer learned of Blaze and was forming plans with the other forces of darkness to band together and take the power for themselves.
And that is why we must put our differences aside and join forces.
Why should we believe you, Quan Chi? Why should we trust you?
I will not join an alliance of traitors! Shang Tsung, Shao Kahn, Onaga, my comrades. We are all treacherous by nature, and betrayal is to be expected. But if we do not stand together, at least initially, it could mean the end of darkness.
I stand with no one. You haven't been listening to what Quan Chi has told us. The forces of light also seek to acquire this power. You cannot defeat them alone.
What of the brothers? What can be done about them?
I have trapped one of them in Earthrealm. The other is in Edenia. We must go there now. Our allies are waiting.
To war!
Quan Chi helped a copy of Shinnok fight against the forces of light in a massive battle in front of Blaze's pyramid. Whoever reached the top and defeated Blaze would claim his power. Quan Chi had no intention of sharing it. In his non-canon Armageddon ending, Quan Chi's powers increased greatly, and the true secret of Shinnok's amulet was revealed.
Enhanced Quan Chi's already powerful sorcery beyond his imaginings. The surge of energy was so great that it shattered his medallion. In his arrogance, Quan Chi ascended from Edenia to assault the heavens. There he confronted me, with the Elder Gods at my side. The quest had been an elaborate trap designed to pinpoint the true source of disruption in the realms. As punishment, Quan Chi was transformed into a Kamidogu, the very medallion he had carried with him for so many years. The Elder Gods cast the magical item back in time, at the exact point where Shinnok had first discovered it.
In the canon version of events, Quan Chi rushed to the top of the pyramid to confront Blaze, but was attacked by his former partner Shang Tsung. Taven failed in his quest, and Shao Kahn gained the power of Blaze. Quan Chi eventually lay dead at the steps of the pyramid, and Shao Kahn was preparing to destroy everything. But Raiden sent himself a warning in the past and altered history, creating an altered timeline years before the events of Armageddon during the original tournament. In this new timeline, much of Quan Chi's backstory remained the same. He still manipulated Sub-Zero into retrieving Shinnok's amulet, and still disguised himself as Sub-Zero, leading a group of Lin Kuei to destroy the Shirai Ryu. This time, right in front of Hanzo Hasashi, while he fought desperately to defend them.
What do you want? If you touch a hair on his head... Satoshi! I'll kill you! I'll kill you! You'll die for this!
Just like in the original timeline, Quan Chi found Hanzo's soul in the Netherrealm and discovered that the fire used to torture him wasn't burning him. Hanzo's loss had literally become a fire burning within him, and his rage was taking control. Quan Chi whispered in his ear, giving him promises of revenge and justice, twisting the pain of Hanzo's loss against him, allowing a new personality to emerge and take hold. Scorpion. Quan Chi traveled to Earthrealm to participate in the original Mortal Kombat tournament on Shang Tsung's island, and took Scorpion with him. He was pleased to watch his new weapon participate, and made sure that Scorpion would get the revenge that he was promised. During the tournament, Scorpion dragged Sub-Zero to the Netherrealm and attacked him without mercy. The details of their Earthrealm history was fractured in his memory. Bits and pieces were still present, but the only emotion he could remember was the endless pain and rage. Quan Chi took advantage of the situation and reminded Scorpion what Sub-Zero had supposedly done, generating false images of the attack, lies to ensure Bihan's death.
This is your retribution? Scorpion, kill him.
I will not. He has been beaten.
Have you forgotten?
your clan, your family.
That is not me.
Sub-Zero was dead, and Quan Chi was quite pleased. Just as in the original timeline, he immediately began to work on his soul and created the evil Noob Saibot, a shadow of his former self loyal to Shinnok and the darkness of the Netherrealm. Near the closing battles of the tournament, Quan Chi participated on behalf of Outworld alongside Scorpion and fought against the young Shaolin monk Liu Kang.
Your opponent will be... Scorpion! I do not fear you, demon. Fighting with Scorpion, the sorcerer Quan Chi!
You have already lost.
As I said, I do not fear you. I pity you.
Both Scorpion and Quan Chi were defeated in the battle, and soon after, Shang Tsung was also defeated, allowing Earthrealm to win Mortal Kombat. But Shang Tsung devised a plot with Shao Kahn to redo the tournament in Outworld, and Quan Chi also participated for Outworld, pretending to be loyal to the Emperor, in secret manipulating everything to undo Shao Kahn and allow Shinnok to re-enter the realms. During the closing battles of the second tournament, Quan Chi joined Shang Tsung against the challenger Raiden put forward, Kung Lao, and the young Shaolin monk tested his skills against the Deadly Alliance.
You will face Shang Tsung and Quan Chi.
No Earthrealm board can stop this deadly alliance.
Kung Lao wins.
It is done! No, Kung Lao. Not nearly so.
Soon after their defeat, Shao Kahn surprised Kung Lao and broke his neck, sending Liu Kang into a rage. Liu Kang attacked Shao Kahn and his raw speed and strength defeated the Emperor. Shao Kahn fell dying and bleeding from the injury, and Liu Kang stood victorious. Quan Chi looked on pleased. Everything was going according to plan, and it was time for him to act. Quan Chi's goal was to remove Shao Kahn so Shinnok would have no force to stand against him in Outworld. If he could convince Kahn to invade Earthrealm and go against the wishes of the Elder Gods, he would surely be punished. Quan Chi used his power to heal Shao Kahn and provided him a plan that would allow him entry into Earthrealm.
There may yet be an alternative, Emperor. Invasion.
Invasion?
Do you mock me? Sindel's ward prevents me from setting foot in Earthrealm.
Have you considered why your wife and Empress chose to betray you in this particular fashion?
Of course. But even after millennia, her motives are a mystery.
She realized that the safeguards afforded by the Elder Gods through mortal combat are but fiction. She sacrificed herself to give protection the Elder Gods could not, so Earthrealm could not suffer as had Edenia.
Indeed.
I have mastered the spells necessary for her resurrection. Her ward will be nullified, and with it, the barrier that prevents your entry into Earthrealm.
Quan Chi told him that he could revive Queen Sindel, Kitana's mother and Shao Kahn's deceased wife. He claimed that she killed herself, and before she died, she placed barriers around Earthrealm to keep Outworld from invading. After reviving her, the barriers would be removed, and Quan Chi could place a spell on her to ensure that she would remain loyal to Shao Kahn. In reality, this was all a lie, thought of by Quan Chi ages ago. In this altered timeline, the ripples of changing history caused a new version of Sindel that was just as evil as Shao Kahn. She helped kill her own husband, King Jared, to allow Shao Kahn's rule over Edenia. Quan Chi believes Sindel was a distraction for Shao Kahn, and to keep the Emperor on his path of conquest, he poisoned Sindel and informed Shao Kahn that she had killed herself. Quan Chi also placed the defensive barriers around Earthrealm himself, and undid them when he revived Sindel to continue his ploy. He took Noob Saibot with him as his guardian and made sure that Sindel didn't recall her own murder. Everything was in motion just as he had planned, and Shao Kahn invaded Earthrealm with his forces. During the invasion, Quan Chi was responsible for opening a Soulnado filled with souls that Shao Kahn could consistently feed on to power himself even stronger. And the younger brother of Sub-Zero, Kuai Liang, was turned into a cyborg by the Lin Kuei. Sub-Zero followed Quan Chi and discovered the sorcerer working with the man that was once his brother. While Sub-Zero handled Noob Saibot, Nightwolf stood against Quan Chi in an effort to disable the Soulnado.
Go! Your soul is not safe!
Earthrealm's fate is sealed, Nightwolf!
Not yet! We fight until the end!
Nightwolf stopped the Soulnado, and Quan Chi escaped into a portal to safety. Sindel, after being powered by Shang Tsung's destruction, was sent to annihilate Earthrealm's defenders and killed most of them in a vicious attack. In a desperate attempt to find an ally, Raiden traveled to the Netherrealm to seek an allegiance with Quan Chi against Shao Kahn. But Quan Chi was well aware of what happened and used the tragedy to recreate the fallen combatants as Netherrealm revenants, undead recreations loyal to Shinnok and himself.
You seek an audience.
I seek cooperation between Earthrealm and the Netherrealm.
Losing the battle, are you?
We will prevail, but with the Netherrealm fighting at our side...
You lie poorly, Raiden. Earthrealm's defenses are overwhelmed. You have mere hours.
Name your terms.
What do you offer?
I offer the souls of Earthrealm warriors who die in this conflict. They would agree.
You are a cavalier with other men's souls.
Not just others! I offer my own soul as well. If I die, you will have it.
How noble, Raiden. Yet utterly pointless.
No!
You see, their souls are already mine. Shao Kahn's payment for Netherrealm's allegiance.
No, this was not meant to be.
Earthrealm has lost, Raiden. Shao Kahn's victory is nearly complete. Soon he will arrive in Earthrealm.
No! The Elder Gods cannot allow it!
The Elder Gods are toothless. Your world is near destruction, yet they do not act.
They must! Only through mortal combat may Shao Kahn merge the realms, lest he face the judgment of the Elder Gods. Lest he face the judgment of the Elder Gods. He must win.
It is you who face judgment, Raiden.
Thank you, Quan Chi. I now know what must be done.
Using his words, Quan Chi helped Raiden realize what he had to do to stop Shao Kahn forever. He had to allow the Emperor to step through the portal from Outworld and merge the realms. Doing so would allow the Elder Gods to step in and punish him. But Liu Kang thought the idea was outlandish, and in a tragic accident, he was killed by Raiden's electric abilities. Another revenant Quan Chi could twist to serve the Netherrealm. In his non-canon Mortal Kombat 9 ending, Quan Chi turns Shao Kahn into one of his revenants and uses him to destroy Shinnok.
having finally brought about Shao Kahn's demise, Quan Chi was then tasked with growing the ranks of the Brotherhood of Shadow. Many warriors had perished in Outworld's invasion of Earthrealm. Quan Chi stole their souls and remade them to serve his master, the fallen Elder God. The task completed, Shinnok repaid Quan Chi's service by ordering his execution, thereby eliminating a possible challenger to his rule. Quan Chi had anticipated this act of treachery, however, and resurrected Shao Kahn, the ultimate phantom warrior. With Shao Kahn as his enforcer, Quan Chi struck down the Brotherhood of Shadow and Shinnok. Quan Chi forgives betrayal from no one, not even a god.
In the canon version of events, Raiden defeated Shao Kahn and the Elder Gods took him to face eternal punishment. With both Liu Kang and Shao Kahn out of the way and no obstacles, Shinnok and Quan Chi prepared for Shinnok's re-entry into the realms.
Your plan worked to perfection, Lord Shinnok.
Shao Kahn was blinded by rage. How easily he was convinced that the Elder Gods would ignore his merging the realms.
Yet the Thunder God still lives.
No matter. Neither Earthrealm nor Outworld can now withstand the Netherrealm's onslaught. It is time. Soon I will be free. Earthrealm and Outworld will be ours.
Back in the Netherrealm, Quan Chi discovered that Cyber Sub-Zero still held a soul, and the Revenant Smoke and Jax brought him forth to be turned completely into a Revenant. Using his dark magic, Quan Chi painfully held Sub-Zero in place and tore his cybernetic body apart and ripped his internal organs from the inside. He recreated a brand new body for Kuai Liang, a new body fully under his control, and stripped of all its remaining humanity. Just like the rest of the Revenants, during the events of Mortal Kombat X, Quan Chi set out to release Shinnok from his bonds in the Netherrealm, and the attack on Earthrealm began. Shinnok would have his revenge against the Elder Gods that locked him away for so long. He was released and Earthrealm was swarmed with demons, and the Revenants now serving him. Sonya Blade and the rest of the Special Forces fought back and made their way to Raiden's Sky Temple, where Raiden and the Wind God Fujin were making a final stand against the Netherrealm demons, and Quan Chi arrived to deploy his Revenant forces.
The mighty gods of Earthrealm.
You befoul these hallowed grounds, Quan Chi. Begone!
Surely you are pleased to see your friends. You abandoned them to their deaths. I returned them to life.
A life worse than death.
One you will soon share, and my lord himself shall witness your fall.
You see it now, Raiden. Your legacy. You poisoned their hearts with hope.
Raiden and Fujin battled alongside the Special Forces to fight Shinnok in an attempt to imprison him inside his amulet, the relic that he held so dearly, and Johnny Cage was able to weaken him long enough in combat to allow Raiden to absorb him inside of it. Quan Chi felt Shinnok's impending failure and escaped, becoming a fugitive, and a high-priority target for the Special Forces. Quan Chi wouldn't give up his quest to retrieve the amulet and resurrect Shinnok, and he had to be stopped. After the battle, Raiden went to consult with the Elder Gods to figure out what to do with the amulet. The gods decided to lock away Shinnok in a dark dimension where he could never return from, and locked the amulet away with 7 magical daggers that acted as keys for the lock, the Kamidogu. Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade led a team to find and bring in Quan Chi alive, and eventually discovered his lair in the Netherrealm. Quan Chi ordered his servants to defend him, but Quan Chi had taken Jax from Sonya, her closest friend, and she would make sure the sorcerer paid dearly for it. It was a race against time since Johnny Cage was injured in the battle, and Quan Chi used the chance to try and create a revenant to replace him.
It's working!
You cannot save him. You're weak, Thunder God. Johnny Cage is mine.
No, he's mine. Save him! I've got this son of a bitch.
Sonya Blade, the link with Quan Chi is not completely severed.
Not a problem.
Sonya was able to take down Quan Chi with a painful attack to the nuts. The pain was so great and Quan Chi's defeat was absolute that his connection to the Revenants was broken. The ones present were restored to life, including Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Although many of their friends were returned to normal, Quan Chi escaped again and enlisted the help of a cleric from the Chaos Realm, a realm with no order, where complete anarchy was held in high regard. The cleric known as Havoc was tasked with finding all the Kamidogu and retrieving Shinnok's amulet. He was able to eventually unlock the secrets of the daggers and gain the amulet, but he had his own plans and had no intention of delivering it to Quan Chi. Before his plans could succeed, Havoc was decapitated by Scorpion, now Hanzo Hasashi once again. The blind swordsman Kenshi helped him fully regain his humanity and only used the power of Scorpion when he needed it. Hanzo took the head of Havoc into the gates of the Netherrealm and tossed it over to the Oni, Draman, and Moloch, torturers that Quan Chi employed in this timeline. But the Oni wanted Hanzo, and he quickly escaped back into Earthrealm. They delivered Havoc's head to Quan Chi, and the sorcerer was furious that his plot failed. He angrily crushed Havoc's head into pieces under his boot, and was enraged that Moloch and Draman failed to capture Hanzo Hasashi, one of Quan Chi's most powerful tools. He commanded the Revenant of Katana to decapitate Moloch as a punishment, and he tore apart Draman's body down to his very bones. Quan Chi consulted with his Revenants and put the next phase of his plan into motion. Another victim of Shao Kahn's genocides whose people were destroyed, D'Vorah, was a member of the Brotherhood of Shadow and loyal to Quan Chi by choice. She was tasked with retrieving the amulet. In Outworld, she posed as an ally of Kotal Khan, the new ruler of Outworld. During that time, the amulet had switched hands multiple times until D'Vorah revealed her true allegiances and stole it. Once Special Forces realized that Shinnok was threatening to return, they led a strike team directly into the Netherrealm with the aid of Quan Chi's ex-assassin, Serena. The Revenants did their best to protect Quan Chi, and the Revenant of Liu Kang protected him. This was Quan Chi's final stand, a situation he wouldn't be able to talk himself out of.
In your weakened state, is it possible for you to release Shinnok?
I am more than capable.
And D'Vorah? Are you certain she is capable?
She will bring the amulet to me. And I'll be waiting for Jackson Briggs. A pleasant surprise. Nothing pleasant about it.
You do not deserve to join us.
Jax, there is no need.
Just stop it.
Sit. I'm guessing it's not your first time in cuffs. What's your safe word?
Quan Chi was knocked out and taken into custody. The Special Forces prepared to put him in a special maximum security facility. Sub-Zero reached out to Hanzo Hasashi to amend the conflict between their clans. Sub-Zero discovered the truth behind the Shirai Ryu and Scorpion's family's deaths, and shared the information with him.
The Lin Kuei need to abide their agreements, Sector. The Grand Master gave Shinnok his word.
Shinnok's currency is lies, as is yours.
Payment is due. I exterminated the Shirai Ryu as promised.
Hanzo Hasashi lives. He's your specter, Scorpion.
I created Scorpion from Hasashi's soul after he died. We observed the agreement.
The letter, not the spirit. You are owed nothing.
Harumi. Satoshi. Had I known of my clan's complicity in the Shirai Ryu's extinction, our history would be different.
I killed your brother because I thought he...
Quan Chi is responsible for Bihan's death.
Hanzo felt incredible guilt for killing the Elder Sub-Zero. He swore that his vengeance would finally be fulfilled, and Quan Chi would fall at his hands, whether he was in Special Forces custody or not. Hanzo led his clan to the Special Forces base, where Quan Chi was being held, and many of his allies tried to stop him, so Quan Chi could face proper justice. But Hanzo's vengeance could not be stopped. The sorcerer would pay for his crimes. In his Mortal Kombat X ending, Quan Chi releases and defeats Shinnok himself, and became a weapon of the Elder Gods.
Quan Chi had long been a servant of Shinnok. His role in freeing him from imprisonment had not gone unnoticed by the Elder Gods. Shinnok was no longer a threat, but Quan Chi's actions had given rise to a new power. After much deliberation, the Elder Gods contrived a plan to rebalance this power before it grew further. Free will was burned from Quan Chi's soul and replaced with a single directive. He must kill Raiden.
In the canon version of events, Hanzo and the Shirai Ryu tore through the Special Forces base, and Quan Chi finally paid for his crimes.
Hanzo, no! You've earned great trust for the Shirai Ryu. Do not squander it murdering a withered sorcerer.
That withered sorcerer is the architect of my suffering. Unbind him.
Scorpion, we can...
My name is Hanzo Hasashi! You killed my wife, my son, and then you burrowed your way into my head, misdirected my vengeance, cost me my one chance to have them restored!
Your family,
Ah! Quiet, sorcerer. Nothing can help you now.
Scorpion, stop!
Quan Chi!
Amulet.
Get over here!
Blood for blood. Your debt is paid.
And that was the end of Quan Chi. With his final words, he released Shinnok from his amulet prison, and Shinnok almost destroyed all of Earthrealm. He was stopped by Johnny Cage and Sonya's daughter Cassie, and his schemes were stopped forever. Quan Chi wasn't present at all during the events of Mortal Kombat 11, so for now, his role in the future era of Mortal Kombat is completely unknown. Will he no longer be a threat, or will he still continue seeking to manipulate others for his own power?
Quan Chi wins. Fatality.
Since you made it to the end of this video, I assume you enjoyed it, so why don't you go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any new content. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, links in the description below, and if you'd like to support the channel, you can join my Patreon or become a channel member. This is Fabian, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.